Yes, party people, New York City and worldwide. As you know, the Butter Chicken Podcast is a podcast that tells the stories of unique individuals making impact in culture and society. This is a friend from out of town, a place far, far away, place I've never been. Have you?
I've never been there, no.
And I don't think we've ever had a guest from this continent. He goes by the name of Pav Dharia. Make some noise, ladies and gents. Buck.
Welcome to the show, Pav.
How you guys doing?
Chilling, man. Thank you so much for spending some time with us today, and we truly appreciate you doing this.
I appreciate you guys getting me onto your podcast.
Give our listeners a little bit of background about yourself, where you come from. We know you're obviously from Australia, but your background culturally, some of your musical influences growing up.
So my influence was always just like Punjabi music that's in Punjab. You know, I hadn't even heard like an English song outside of that.
Interesting.
The first song that I heard that when I was like, wow, this is not Punjabi and it's so weird, was Dalir Mendy's Oh Good Day Tena Chal Hidi. And I was like, wow, what a shit song, right?
I love that song.
that was my idea of it. So that's the kind of music I'd heard, where I was like, I was not open to any other kind of music. Spent the first good 10 years of my life in India. Moved to Australia when I was around 10 and a half, 11. My granddad and I were very tight,
Close, yeah.
and wasn't going to see my puas, wasn't going to see my chachas for like, a really long time. So when I found out, it was cool because it seemed like theoretically this is what should be great, and everyone around me was happy, but emotionally, and the truth was that it felt like this is not right.
You've been very fucking vocal about YouTube views specifically. We touched a little on social media, but
Yep.
I saw a past interview you did with the Frequency Boys,
Yeah.
where you were very, very vocal about fake views and how that impacts the industry. And a lot of our listeners might not have seen that or know about the interview we're talking about, but I want you to touch on that and explain to the audience what's really going on from your perspective.
So if you take 10 friends with you and all of them like this one pair of jeans that you wear, that you try on, but you hate it, you're probably still going to buy it because you're like 10 people liked it. And that's the same thing with views. When you go and you watch a song and the song's got, 20 million views in a week, you're like, oh, everyone must be loving this song.
Sure.
So you naturally, your defenses for that song sort of go down and you're not judging it anymore. Now you're going, okay, this is a good song, so now I have to like it. So there's a manipulation tactic, and that, yes, I talked about views specifically. There's good music because of the money that's behind it and the marketing that's behind it becomes very, very good. And everyone's like, he's saying shit to Guru or having some sort of a problem with him. I don't have a problem with him at all. I think he's
Right.
a good musician.
Sure.
Right.
What I have a problem is the system that makes people believe that he's the best musician out there.
You clearly said that you loved him as a singer. There was
I still do.
Yeah, there's
right?
nothing against him as a singer.
I have nothing against him as a singer.
How important do you think social media is for anyone in the arts these days? Coming out, people putting out music or people putting out their art form. How important is having social media presence?
Social media, I think it's really important, especially for people that need to get their music discovered. But is it Gary Vee?
So big.
Right. He talks about something that's really important. People put social media before the creative process and before the creation itself. I can tell you, I can spend a lot of money on distribution and on promotion. If my product is shit, good fucking luck to me. It is not gonna go anywhere. It is just not gonna happen. If my product is really, really good, it's gonna do it itself. I know that because it's happened to me. And I'm not talking about Naja. 2 tracks that I did, and the first track before that, Maninder's song that I was talking to you about, we knew what it meant to have a hit song. Because without us trying, people knew. That's good production. And I don't mean music production. That's a good product, right? When there's a good product, it automatically just gets to people. Then your job is to make sure that the second product that you put out is good.
Right, the follow-up.
But always concentrate. 90% of your force, your aim, should be about creating good content, creating good music, creating a good mix, making sure the lyrical content is there. All of that is there, right? Because nothing is as powerful as word of mouth. How the fuck does Amway stay in business? They don't advertise. It's because for some people, or whatever those schemes are, right? For some people, the idea of word of mouth as a marketing strategy is good enough. For companies that are like multi-billion-dollar companies, word of mouth is good enough for them. So why can't word of mouth be good enough for music? If you make good music, I'm telling you, you consistently keep making good music, you're going to be out there.
Is there anything that you can, any advice that you can give to our young listeners who might be upcoming artists or creatives or just, coming into their own that you could share with us today?
Feel the truth and let it guide you.
Bars.
Short and sweet. I like that.
I like that
If you
too.
really like doing something and that's something that you really want to do, keep doing it. Don't worry about what's going on. It's going to be all right. You're going to make clout. You're going to make money. But just keep doing it, because it's always the people that... Anyone who's successful wasn't successful in a year. It just doesn't happen.
Mhm.
Honey Singh became successful when he was doing it was like his 11th or 12th year. No one knows that.
Mhm.
But if you see like the first shit that he made, it was shit. It was bad. I think then he became very successful in that 10th year. And that 10th year is actually, like, always remember the 10th year is very important, because that's when you're going to start becoming good.
You've surpassed your 10, right?
Yeah, I think I'm on the downhill now.
No,